At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Watson on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Watson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Now it's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Again, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3, so maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. at their 25-yard line.
Pickett to throw on first down.
Completes it to Watt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. First carry for Najee Harris.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
The Steelers at 8-8 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Mike's 54.
Pickett now on first down. That swung out wide to Harris.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
To throw again on second down.
Pickett.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
After the interception, here's Watson.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. Here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 19 tight. 19 tight. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And
they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Pickett.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
On the move to his left.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team.
He's got a man complete past the 20 and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz,
75 yards.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by York is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft, free agency. Maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it. If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 35 on second down, Pickett buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Pickett. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Upon a 46, a return of 5. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They'll run with Chubb. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, A long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pickett now from near his own goal line. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Looking for Austin, intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
The York on now for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Defense wins championships, baby. Mike 5. Mike 5. It's our time. It's our time. 5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It's brought in by Harris. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He's got a man complete. And he is
is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Pickett sets up play action. Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Right here. Right there. 54. Right there.
Looking to throw, Pickett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Partner, I see you reaching for a white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's first and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This will be caught at about the 5. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Watson on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Here we go on 4th. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Pickett to his tight end, Freiermuth for the Steeler first. 1st and 10, here's Pickett.
He gets it complete to Harris. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
Flush to his right. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now Pickett. He's got this to Pickens. Touchdown! George Pickens. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. York now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Harris running straight ahead. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. The Browns send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Now Austin. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Finds Pickens out right. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Off play action. Pickett
sliding out of the pocket.
Finding Pickens for another catch. And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Pickett will look to throw it here.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
On 2nd and goal, Pickett. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Room here to run. The 20, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Back to throw, Pickett. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 2nd and 10, Pickett, he's going to let it fly. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Pickett back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Here's Pickett. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.